we have then particular counties who seem to be doing their job. Kisumu, Makueni. I will use Makueni as an example with Governor Mutula, because interestingly, at the Senate, they didn't even need to talk to him for 5 minutes. They basically said, we're fine. And this is coming from the chairman of that particular committee, who said, you know what, Makueni, we just needed you to number some of your documents. But in terms of being above board, it was clear that they didn't even need him and his team to come to Nairobi. So Makueni, one of them, Murang'a, another county where you can then see that things are falling into place. It talks about Kisumu in terms of what has happened over the last years. When Governor Oparanya was governor of Kakamega, it was obvious that things were happening there. So why is it that, okay, this is not a very good number out of the 47 that we have, but why is it that you can then see a stellar performance? And I don't think we need to clap for them because they're doing their job. This is what they're supposed to do and what they're being paid to do. If they do a good job, there's no need to hold back congratulations. But it's not, they seem to be the shining examples out of, it's not even a quarter of the number. But how come some can and others can't? And these are politicians within their own right, but they seem to have
very good.
That first question that I asked then, should you not have a politician
as a governor?
As a governor.
I'll answer these questions very quickly. One, to be a governor, you need both. You need to understand politics and governance. We have seen people also who come from top up there. They were CEOs. They were people from up there. When they become governors, they sink. Because they have no understanding about removing this suit at 4, putting on jackets and going to the villages to discuss the issues local with the people. When you are looking for votes, you become very close. Immediately you get elected, you discover the County Government Act allows you 10 people around you, security, and 2 vehicles, new vehicles. When you see all these things, you get mesmerized. So you need to understand both. That is a very important question. The people who are succeeding, they have a background of politics, but they are good in governance. Please understand that. It has to be a balance. Now, I've told you about guys who became governors. They were CEOs somewhere in private sector. They don't know politics. Now look at the other side. Extreme. We have people who are streetwise, but their work is to somersault in the streets, doing some very petty stuff that get you embarrassed. That is extreme. They have no governance.
I'm trying to imagine the pictures because we see pictures every day.
Yes, thank you so much. They have been there. You know them. You know around here. You know people who just say, I mean, if there's a river here, instead of moving the people, move the river. Until we are like God of heaven, we are not listening to this. We are not in Kenya. You feel so embarrassed, especially experts on leadership and governance, and then somersaulted in the name of I am for the people. Now that is too much. They are not schooled in the art of governance. They are not civil, right? You cannot manage that way. Now look at the balance. The people you have mentioned, most of them have been politicians.
They are still in
but they also have had that gift and the capacity of governance and management. They make it well because they understand the two. They know that politics and government is two sides of the same coin. It is politics that make governments because people are elected through politics. But when you get to governance and live to the Bible, you must balance this thing. Make sure you maintain the politics. But you must now make sure you are a governor. You must govern. You cannot always be there to please everybody, but you balance. Look at what is happening nationally. There are people who have been saying that they are experts in politics for the last 1 year. But the moment they took the Bible, unfortunately, they didn't know, they were not schooled in the art of governance. That's why you come and say, I'm the one who has come, I am the most popular person, you guys have been waiting for me, I'm the Messiah, you have never seen anything like me, I've been here for 50 years, because I am deputed to a super Jesus or something, and then, look at this dude. Because you think you are very clever. You come and abolish education. You abolish everything. You abolish health. You want to overturn everything else because you are the one who has just come.
Are you giving, Dr. Mbae, are you giving examples of things that have happened?
Yes.
Or are we in the spirit of...
Everybody can see what I'm saying. This is what has been happening in this country. I'm talking about nationally. You come there, but because you are not schooled, I keep on saying the problem we have in the country today of Kenya, and I can swear that by the Bible, is lack of capacity to govern. So people are very good politicians, but they don't have the capacity to govern a country.
So 2 things, Dr. One,
yes.
Where do we get this capacity, because we have the constitution allows that you can run for office as an independent candidate and or through a political party.
Yes.
Now, the political party, therefore, carries out nominations, and you give somebody who is deemed to be having the kind of leadership qualities. This thing I think you're calling capacity to ultimately, carry the ticket and run and get elected.
Yes.